Second Chance for Christmas is a really enjoyable film. This was released in 2019. It's directed by Christopher Ray and written by Danny Max and Scott Thomas Reynolds, and it stars Brittany Underwood as Chance Love. And Chance is not a very likable character. She is a successful music artist, and she is diva personified. And she is visited by the ghost of somebody from her life, and then the spirits of Christmas past, present, and yet to come to show her the error of her ways. This is, of course, based on Dickens's A Christmas Carol, and I usually always love watching adaptations or films loosely based on Dickens's A Christmas Carol, and thankfully, this one I really enjoyed. And I actually found that the pacing was quite different to the usual A Christmas Carol, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. But Chance is shown, her Christmas past and various aspects of her current Christmas and what her life might be like if she doesn't change her ways. The story flows really well. The characters are either really likable or I was, invested in their journey, such as with Chance. She's a very well-written, nasty character. And because she's so well written, I found it easy to get behind the journey and was really rooting for her as she had to learn the error of her ways. It wasn't always easy. Sometimes she just wasn't a nice person, but it works very well within the narrative. And she's visited by these spirits. And my favourite is the spirit of Christmas past. Interestingly, usually in A Christmas Carol, Christmas past takes up the most amount of time. It's the time when we find out what shaped this person's life to make them become who they are today. But actually, while we obviously do get to look at her past, it doesn't take up as much time as usual. And I feel like that actually worked for this particular narrative. The spirit of Christmas present is actually the one that takes up the most amount of time. And it played out really well, and I really enjoyed it. We also have Yet to Come, of course, who shows a pretty harrowing scene. Usually in contemporary versions of this film, or of contemporary versions of A Christmas Carol, the future scenes are maybe a little bit depressing, but not necessarily that emotional. But this one hit me hard. It was really emotional. I had tears prickling in my eyes, and I wasn't expecting that. It's very, very well done. With regards to the special effects for the spirits, there's a little bit going on there, some more than others, but visually it worked really well. And what special effects they did use, I thought looked really, really effective, and I really enjoyed it. It's a good film. It's not got the highest rating on IMDb. It's currently got 4.9 out of 10. That's across 419 reviews and ratings. Honestly, I think it's much better than that. It's not the best version of A Christmas Carol I've ever seen or contemporary interpretation, but honestly, I think it's very well written. The pacing is not what I expected, but still really good. The character of Chance is horrible, but very well written, and obviously she goes on a very specific journey. And I really enjoyed it. If you like A Christmas Carol, and in particular you like watching contemporary adaptations, then I think Second Chance for Christmas is definitely worth checking out. I really enjoyed it, and I'm very happy to recommend it.